The baptism of bone, the sovereign's manifesto. There is a chilling, crystalline moment in the life of every outlier, if they are chosen, where the veil drops. You look at your phone, you look at the faces of those you call your tribe, and you realize with a cold, hollow clarity, no one is coming. No one is going to rescue you from your mediocrity. No one is going to bankroll your obsession. No one is going to carry you when your legs turn to lead. And if you shatter, the world will simply walk over the shards. For 99% of humanity, this realization is a death sentence. It is the beginning of a long, slow rot into depression. They feel like victims of a cosmic betrayal. They scream into the void, "Why am I alone?" But for the 1%, the architects, the Machiavellians, this moment is not a tragedy. It is a baptism. You are reading this because you feel it, the suffocating weight of an ambition that scares the people you love. You are tired of translating your soul for people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You are tired of waiting for a team that never arrives. Stop waiting. The idea that you need support to succeed is the most successful lie ever sold to the weak. Machiavelli knew it. The conquerors knew it. History is not written by committee. It is written by the man who realized that isolation isn't a defect. It's a superpower. I am going to show you how to build an empire on a foundation of absolute zero. I am going to show you why having no one is a strategic lethality that the supported man can never possess. But be warned, we are performing surgery. We are going to cut out the part of you that hungers for a pat on the back. We are going to kill the herd animal. If you are afraid of the dark, leave now. Go back to the crowd. They will keep you warm, but they will keep you small. The myth of the safety net. From the cradle, you were conditioned for dependency. Schools gave you group projects. Society gave you networking. You've been brainwashed to believe that the only way up is to be lifted. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It is poison. When you rely on who you know, you are admitting you are powerless without them. You are handing the keys of your destiny to people who prioritize their own breakfast over your legacy. Machiavelli wrote in The Prince that a wise leader relies only on what is in his own control. Support is debt. When someone helps you, they own a piece of you. When they invest in you, they control you. A safety net is just a spider web. It catches you, but it also traps you. You haven't succeeded yet because you are still scanning the horizon for a savior. You are diluting your vision to make it palatable for others. You are waiting for applause before the work is done. The 0 point, your strategic advantage. You must reach the 0 point. This is the state of absolute isolation. It's when you look at your resources and see nothing but your own reflection. Most people panic. You will not. You will see this as the ultimate freedom. If you have zero support, you have zero masters. If no one helped you up, no one can pull you down. If you built it alone, you keep 100% of the throne. Machiavelli famously said it is better to be feared than loved. Apply this to your loneliness. When you seek support, you are seeking to be loved. You want your friends to cheer. You are operating from emotional neediness, and neediness repels power. The more you beg for help, the less you get. Desperation smells like weakness. To succeed with zero support, you must stop trying to be loved and start commanding respect through unassailable competence. Your engine can no longer run on encouragement. It must run on defiance. When people ignore you, don't feel sadness. Feel a cold, calculated drive. They don't believe? Good, the market is open. They won't help? Perfect, you don't have to share the spoils. Their indifference shouldn't hurt your feelings, it should sharpen your blade. The asymmetrical general. Imagine a general whose army deserts him. Does he cry about loyalty? No. He realizes that a single man in the shadows is harder to kill than a clumsy army in the light. He becomes asymmetrical. Your lack of support forces you to be smarter and faster. A corporation with 1,000 employees moves like a glacier. You can pivot your entire life in an hour because you have no one to consult. You don't need a board of directors, you need a mirror. Isolation is a filter. It filters out the weak who would have slowed you down and the fake allies who would have stabbed you in the back. You are being protected from the weight of other people's mediocrity. The ghost phase, silence as power. How do you execute this? You enter the ghost phase. Most people fail because they talk away their energy. They have an idea and immediately tell a friend. The friend says, "That sounds risky," and the energy leaks. You get a tiny hit of dopamine just from talking about the goal, which tricks your brain into thinking you achieved it. The ghost does not speak. You must take a vow of silence. Do not tell your partner. Do not post "big things coming." Silence creates pressure. When a massive goal is trapped inside you, it builds up like steam in a boiler. It becomes physical energy, anxiety, and restlessness. You need that pressure. It is what pushes you to work at 3 a.m. while the supported world sleeps. In isolation, you have the luxury of total immersion. You don't have to attend the birthday parties of people you don't like. You can let the mask fall and let the monster work. Obsession is not a sickness. It is a prerequisite. You must know more about your craft than anyone on the planet. Be so good they can't ignore you. Note, he didn't say be so loved they want to help you. The funeral of the boy. To survive this, you must grieve. The motivational gurus hide this part. They don't tell you that walking alone hurts. You have to hold a funeral for the version of you that needed them. This is a visceral, physical pain. You will wonder if you are crazy. This is the test. Every outlier must pass through the valley of the shadow. You have left the herd, but you haven't reached the summit. You must kill the boy so the man can be born. You must become your own parent. Wake up, look in the mirror, and be the father you never had. Be the provider you never had. Talk to yourself. Get up. We have work to do. No one cares. Focus. You must develop a split personality, the tired, emotional human, and the commander. The commander drags the human through the mud until the human dies, and only the commander remains. The fuel of the villain. The average person tells a victim story. I didn't have funding. You will tell a villain origin story, not because you are evil, but because you are motivated by the slight. Michael Jordan invented insults just to summon the rage to destroy opponents. You need this. Take every unanswered text, every smirk, and every doubt, and throw them into a mental furnace. Anger is a cleaner fuel than sadness. Sadness makes you heavy. Anger makes you light. Machiavelli noted that men are simple and obey immediate needs. They didn't support you because they are simple. They want safety and ease. You are complex. You obey a future need, glory. Stop trying to translate your language for them. Just build the tower so high they have to break their necks to see the top. The protocol of iron. Without a boss or a team, you are in the danger zone. Most people dissolve into entropy. They treat freedom like a vacation. To succeed with zero support, you must be a dictator to yourself. You need a protocol. The morning negotiation. Win the battle against the snooze button. If you lose to a clock, you've already surrendered your sovereignty. Deep work blocks. Shut off the world for 4 hours. No meetings, no noise. This is your asymmetrical advantage. The information diet. Stop consuming drama. Read strategy, philosophy, and manuals. Machiavelli studied the Romans, not the gossip of the streets. The evening audit. Look in the mirror. Did you move the needle, or did you just make noise? Be a harsh judge. The magnetism of results. Forget networking. Networking is for beggars. When you have nothing, you have no leverage. Do not go to mixers. Stay home and build. Build a product so valuable that you become a magnet. When you are a magnet, the iron comes to you. Ironically, the moment you no longer need support is exactly when it will show up. People love to back a winner. They hate backing a struggler. When you pop up out of nowhere with undeniable results, the ghosts will return. They will say, "I always knew you'd do it." They will try to use the word "we." Maintain the glass wall. You don't need to be cruel, but you must be indifferent. The only people allowed in your castle are those who helped you carry the stones. And since you carried them alone, the castle is yours. This isn't loneliness, it is sovereignty. The final transformation. The path of zero support is a mutation. It requires you to look like a failure for a long time so you can be a legend forever. You are realizing that the empty chair next to you isn't a vacancy, it's a throne. If you can feel your brain trying to reject this, that is your prey instinct trying to herd you back to safety. But safety is an illusion. The sheep is safe until the wolf arrives. The wolf is safe because he is dangerous. Which one are you? If you are ready to stop being a victim of your isolation and start being its architect, your training has just begun.